Is it true Fortnite is coming to World of Warcraft? Might be, but for now, servers are down. My name is Swag, and this is the Vault Day Update. The Dragonflight Dungeons event is active this week. All mythic dungeons give an extra piece of loot on the final boss. Also, if you pick up the weekly quest, you can complete 4 mythic dungeons, including Mythic Plus, in order to get a sweet piece of loot. Now, I'm not sure if this extra loot applies for the mega dungeon. However, the drops in there are so good, you might as well run it anyways. So if you've never done a mythic dungeon before and you're a little bit nervous, don't worry. I did just recently post a beginner's guide to mythic dungeons. You can check it out after this. This week's PvP brawl is Temple of Hot Mogu. It's just like a beloved battleground Temple of Kot Mogu, except some key differences that make it a lot faster. Some of those being respawn times are decreased. You have increased haste and increased speed. And on top of that, you can also pass the orbs between other players. World of Warcraft's best event of the year is back. That's right. I know you've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it. The Auction House Dance Party is here. Head to your faction's capital city and visit the Auction House for a sweet, sweet time. This Friday kicks off the Great Push. This is a competitive World of Warcraft event in which the best mythic dungeon groups in the world compete to see how high of keys they can push. If you've ever wanted to learn from the best and figure out how to handle the mechanics in dungeons, this is a great way to do so. You can watch live on Twitch and YouTube. I teased it at the start of this video, and it is the question everybody is asking right now. Is Fortnite coming to World of Warcraft? Now, if you've been around this channel a long time, you would know that it started out as a Fortnite trolling channel. We've come a long way since then, but I do love crossovers between games, and this wouldn't be the first time. You know, back in Chapter 1, Season 7 of Fortnite, they did an entire secret WoW-themed season. Based on Wrath of Lich King, you had the Lich King, Bolvar, Icecrown Citadel, and even Frostmourne appearing in the game, secretly under different names, slight appearance changes, but very clearly meant to be a World of Warcraft reference. Is WoW now doing the same thing? I was looking through the PTR data mining for 10.1.7, and there is a boss that shows up in the files and kind of caught my attention. It's called the Renegade Looter. Now, if you're familiar with Fortnite, they have a skin in the game. It's a classic called the Renegade Raider. Very popular, very well known. Now, that alone is not enough evidence. However, when you look at its spell list, that's where things get interesting. Let me read some of these spells off to you and tell me in the comments, what do you think? Is this a Fortnite-themed boss? Spell number 1, Cranking 90s. Then we have another called One Pump, Shockwave Bomb, Slurp Drink, Disco Bomb, High Ground, Glug Jug, and lastly, this is the kicker, the Storm. And the Storm inflicts 10 nature damage every 1 second to players not within its eye. I think that's pretty heavy evidence right there that we're having a Fortnite-themed boss in World of Warcraft. So here is my theory. My theory is this: Fortnite and WoW are going to be collaborating in the next expansion, all right? The singularity in Fortnite is going to rip a tear into World of Warcraft. And, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Here's what's really probably going to happen. I think the Brawlers Guild is coming back. So for those of you who are newer to the game, the Brawlers Guild is this opportunity to fight kind of these fun mini bosses, challenge yourself, and usually they are references to other video games. So the exciting news here is that the Brawlers Guild is likely making a comeback. Players loved it when it was here, and it was just kind of something Blizzard left to the side at some point. Really unsure why, but I'm excited to see that it's coming back, and I love these little tiny references here and there. We are not getting this huge Fortnite crossover, although I wouldn't complain if we maybe got some WoW skins in Fortnite. I might go buy them, but I think this means the Brawlers Guild is coming back, so no need to fear. And lastly, this week we're going to see some pretty steep nerfs to both Holy Paladin and mages. Both of them got some reworks going into 10.1.5, and especially Holy Paladins were already at the top of the charts for healers, and now with the rework, they were just well over the top, and so it's kind of needed. I'm not as sure with mages if this is necessary, but definitely paladins needed to see a nerf. And that's everything happening this week in the world of Warcraft. If this is your first time on my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with more news and guides.